Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and I have just received the Huawei P10 in the mail, so we're going to go ahead, open it up. I want to give some first impressions on the device, talk about what's in the box as well. So let's go ahead and check it out. To begin, real quick, I want to show what comes in the box. I also want to talk about the box itself because it does have a very nifty opening animation. Really nice presentation. It has some magnets right here, which you can open and close very easily, and just kind of opens up. Very nice presentation to the phone itself. So after that, let's go ahead and take the device out. You'll see it is wrapped in a bunch of packaging. We can go ahead and peel that off real quick and very easily. You'll also notice that it does come with what looks like a screen protector on it as well. If you peel this guy off, looks like the screen protector stays on underneath. So let's go ahead and power on the device. Interesting to note that fingerprint scanner is down at the front bottom right now. So it looks like they did change that from the P9. Now continuing on, we do have some booklets, a SIM ejector kit, and also what feels like a case as well. So let's go ahead and take that out. Check it out. See, P10 is now booting up. Quick start guide, and like I mentioned, a case. Not crystal clear, a little opaque to it. We can go ahead and pop this case on, actually. Looks like, let's turn the screen off and pop it on. All right, so here it is. Looks like it has an opening for your volume buttons and power button down at the bottom. Some nice openings as well. Completely covers your SIM ejector, which is fine. No big deal there. On the back, completely cut out for the camera as well. So no interference with that whatsoever. Looks like a very, very nice case. Really nice that it does come with one of those along with that screen protector as well. Let's talk about what else is in the box. Looks like you do have some headphones. Here's a close-up of those headphones in case you were interested. And finally in the box you have your AC adapter along with a USB Type-C charging cable as well. So phone is booted up. Let's go ahead and grab the device. The P10 has an all-metal unibody design. You'll see that 20 megapixel dual camera that is on the back. Looking through, you'll see down at the bottom you have your USB Type-C slot, a speaker, and a headphone jack microphone. On the right side here is where your power button is separated from your two volume rockers. The power button also has a little bit of added texture as compared to the volume rockers to differentiate between the two. Up at the top is only a microphone, and then as I mentioned on the front you do have your fingerprint scanner. Now I'll talk about that in just a second. Front facing camera and some sensors and your earpiece. Now I'm going to skip through the setup while we talk about anything noteworthy. The P10 has a smaller design, a 5.1 inch 1080p display. So I'm also going to go ahead and take off the screen protector. So I figured I'd show you guys for those of you that do like to watch that. Here you go. Just going to go ahead and peel it on off. There we go. Next up, I'd like to enroll my fingerprint, show you guys that, and then of course test it once we are at our home screen as well. Just had to set up a pin before this as well. Let me go ahead and do the edges. There we go. So very quick, rename it. I can also probably add specific ones. Get started. So it does run EMUI skin over Android. Now, as always in my unboxing videos, I want to start with storage, and you'll see total out of 64 gigs, you have 50 gigabytes free. So 14 gigs is used right out of the box. You can go ahead and go back with those on-screen buttons. So you do have a button right here for the fingerprint scanner, and I don't believe it acts as a home button. So no, pressing this is not actually a home button. I do believe it has some features though, however. And of course, with that EMUI skin, it does run over Android 7.0 Nougat out of the box. So for those of you wondering, it is on Android 7.0. 7.1 is the latest, but it is nice that it is on the Nougat update. Let's go ahead and open up the camera for the first time. Swipe right or left to select a mode. Swipe left brings up some settings, or swipe up between Pro mode and Standard mode. I'm going to go ahead and not use GPS tagging. Let's snap a couple pictures real quick. One, I've heard that this camera is a very good one. So taking some pictures is very good lighting, but I will go ahead, go a little more in depth, probably post some pictures on my Instagram as well. But things look very good. You'll see over here you do have a lot of various settings, and of course, like it's mentioned, swipe up to get to your Pro mode. So you do have that option if you'd like to go from regular to Pro mode. Next up, you'll notice out of the box there is no app drawer. However, that can be changed very simply by going to home screen style, and there is drawer. Now, I want to go ahead and talk about navigation key because there are some customizations you can make. So you'll see you have on-screen button selection. However, you can change that to have a couple options. So return, touch the center navigation key to return to the previous screen. This is touch and hold the center to go to your home screen. This is the recent task to swipe from the right. So you'll see explore fingerprint gestures, touch to go back. Here they all are. Swipe up for Google search, left or right for recent tasks. So if I go ahead and press and hold the home button, it went ahead and went straight home. Now if I go into settings, sound, and I want to go back, I can go ahead and just tap it once and it goes back a screen. So it will take a little bit of time to learn. Now it also mentioned that if I want to get to my recent apps, I swipe in from the right, and I don't know if I'm doing it incorrectly, if I have to swipe right on the fingerprint. So maybe I'm going to have to play around with it because I am clearly not getting it. Swiping up brought me to my Google search, so that one worked just fine. I'm just going to have to go ahead and try something else with my recent apps button. All right, so I figured it out. You pretty much just have to put your finger on the home button, and then it goes ahead and brings it up to see. You don't swipe from the right over. You actually have your finger on the home button, and then you can go ahead and press and hold to go all the way home, or like I mentioned, you just tap it once to go back a screen. Curious to hear what you think about this way to navigate. I actually find it kind of intriguing. I think it's going to take a little bit of time to learn, but I actually kind of like it, and of course it takes away those on-screen buttons so you have a little bit more screen real estate, especially on a 5.1-inch display. Another side note is that it has a 3200 milliamp hour embedded battery, and that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover for now in my first impressions. There's the fingerprint scanner, seems to work very well, unlocks it right away. Huawei does a very good job with those. Anyways, let me know what you think, especially about these navigation buttons, other various things about the P10. Leave a comment. Go ahead and subscribe as well. More coverage to come. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.